My name's Emily Roberts and I'm a chief reporter at a local newspaper. I think I first knew that I wanted to be a journalist when I was at secondary school, and I really like writing and I was good at writing, so I was kind of thinking, what sort of jobs can I do where I can use that as a skill? And I remember being asked to do an assignment whereby I had to write a newspaper report, and I got really into it and really enjoyed it, and sort of thought after that maybe I could do that as a career. I think at the time that I went to university, it probably wasn't essential because there were newspapers, if that's what you wanted to go into, that would kind of train journalists up from the start to get a job. Whereas now, I think because of the lack of jobs out there and the market is really tough, I think that probably a lot of newspapers would just not consider somebody that didn't have, some sort of qualifications, not necessarily a university degree, but I think some sort of journalism qualifications to, show that they know what they're doing. So I started off at a local newspaper as a trainee reporter, and I just got some more qualifications in journalism and improved my shorthand and sort of learn on the job kind of thing. And then after that I took a position as a senior reporter at a bigger newspaper that's kind of published 3 times a week. And then from there I've moved up to the position of chief reporter, which is where I am now. As a reporter, no 2 days are really the same. You never know really what to expect when you come in the morning. You can have your story list and know the things that you're going to be working on, but if a call comes in to say that there's a major incident, then you're just going to have to drop everything and go out and cover that. But it's all sorts of things really. Obviously you do some court reporting, you'll go out to incidents that have happened, or you can do sort of more personal stories about people's lives, or you'll go around and you'll do like an in-depth interview with somebody. And then there's the other kind of side of it as well, with sort of doing theatre reviews and things like that. So it's very varied. There's not really a typical day in the life of a reporter. More important than the CV is the covering letter that you send, just because that's the first thing that somebody's going to see and the first impression that they get of you. They're not even going to bother to look at your CV if your covering letter is not impressive. So in that you need to explain really briefly what it is that makes you stand out, what experience that you've already had, whether that be just work experience or you've been doing something for free, just to show that you stand out above everybody else. And let's face it, people that work as journalists haven't got a lot of spare time. So if you don't impress them within the first couple of sentences, they're not even going to bother going on reading the rest of it and not even looking at your CV. So it's important just to catch their attention in the first few lines.